Good morning everybody, welcome to the Successful Showgirl. My name is Kitty and today we are talking about protecting your spare time as a performer and setting professional boundaries with people. So this is the Successful Showgirl. In the Successful Showgirl I talk about how to help performers to make more money. So I particularly focus on business skills as a performer, how to get more paid jobs, how to brand and market yourself, how to add on a side hustle, whether that be a teaching side hustle or digital products that support your performing business. And I also teach how you can get more people into your classes, how you can run events, how you can run shows and all things like that. So we've got loads of different tutorials on the YouTube channel. So you can go on here at any time and have a little look through. I've got loads and loads and loads of mini tutorials for you on loads of different aspects of performing, okay? So in this group, I help amateur performers to become paid industry professionals. So if you're somebody who has been doing a few shows or you've been teaching a few classes and you're wondering how you can boost your business, then this is the place for you. Today we're talking about boundaries, okay? So this is a really, really important part of running a business. In this day and age, we're accessible all the bloody time to people, whether that is people being able to access you by commenting on a Facebook page, DMing you, commenting on your TikTok, commenting on your YouTube, emailing you, WhatsApping you, calling you. The options for people to have access to you are endless, okay? And I'm here to tell you that just because you're a business owner and you're a freelance performer, it doesn't mean people have a right to access to you 24/7, okay? But because we're conditioned in a certain way in our society now, people will think they do. And it's your job to set expectations of when you will respond to people, and also it's your job to set those boundaries around how people should contact you, when you will be available for contact, etc. So I used to run a kids dance school years ago. I sold it about 10 years ago, but when I had that kids dance school, I would have parents contacting me at all hours of the night expecting immediate responses. Sometimes they'd contact me on a Friday or a Saturday and I'd be in the pub, I'd had a few drinks and stuff like that, and they would expect an immediate response. And that was because I'd conditioned them into thinking that I will give them an immediate response because that's what I was doing. I even had someone once message me about ballroom classes on Christmas Day. Christmas Day of all the days of the year, somebody messaged me. They were obviously watching Strictly Christmas Special and they decided, oh, I'm going to do that as my New Year's resolution. But still, there was like, it was to a private phone number. So there was no consideration that on the end of that phone is a person trying to enjoy Christmas who doesn't want to converse about their work for that day. So it's really important. I've gotten really good now at setting boundaries. One, on how people should contact me. I don't hardly ever respond to people who WhatsApp me, because to me, unless it's in a group WhatsApp that is specifically for work, I will not respond to people who personally WhatsApp me, even if they've got my number. So I give my number out if we've got a retreat on or if we've got an event on, but that is for group WhatsApp purposes. So if somebody personally WhatsApps me, then I often will just ignore it until they go through the correct route of either DMing me or emailing me, okay? Because for me, I think it's so important to have that separation between your personal time and your work time. I'm now a mum, so I don't want to be on my days off that are my days off with my daughter that are precious to me. I don't want to be constantly bombarded with messages and phone calls from people. If they email me, then I can get back to them when I'm ready, okay? So that's really important to me. I also tell people in advance if I'm going to be away, so I will put a post on my Facebook pages and I will on my Instagram, and I'll also put a post, do an email out of office, basically to say I will not be responding to you until I am back in work. Even if I'm active on my personal social media, that still does not mean I am going to recontact anybody in that time, because this is my personal time and I am off. So on a Friday, I don't work any Friday unless I've got a gig, okay? So I don't do any kind of admin, any kind of messaging on social media. Any of my social media is done, it's scheduled, and if I choose to do social media that day, then I will, but I don't owe anyone a response because that is my day off, and I am very, very strict about that. I also don't work Saturdays and I don't work Sundays unless I have gigs or workshops. Yeah, my weekdays, Monday to half a day on Thursday, that is my time for responding to clients, for messaging my instructors, for getting back to any customers that have bought anything. That's the time frame. Yeah, I also don't respond to any emails about invoicing and things like that because I have somebody who does all that for me. I pay someone to be a VA. So when people WhatsApp me about something that, like, to try and go over the head of the proper process, it does my head in. Like, I pay somebody to do VA work for me so I don't have to be sat at my emails constantly sifting through things, and when they send stuff to me then it gets lost as well. So I'm doing them a favour because I don't want the queries to get lost, I don't want the questions to get lost, I don't want the invoices and things like that to get lost, important stuff. But if they don't go through the right process, then they don't see it. So I'm going to say to you, do you have a set process where you ask people to contact you? Or do you do that thing where you respond to a message at like 3 o'clock in the morning, or somebody asks you something and you feel guilty if you don't respond right away? Do you have that guilt, or are you somebody who does have strict boundaries about when you work and when you don't work? I think because we live in this society where we can have access to people all the time, we have very much become conditioned, especially if you have a normal person job. It's kind of become okay now for you not to just clock off at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whenever, for you to be expected to be accessed at any time during that evening. Like, I get ridiculous messages at like 10 o'clock at night where people are asking me something and I'm like, why are they messaging me this now? Like, fine if you send it on an email and I'll get back to it when I'm back in the office, but if you're sending it through WhatsApp or whatever, I just think that is mad. Like, you've got to have respect for other people's time, but you've got to have most respect for your own time. You've got to have these boundaries in place. So drop below what boundaries you have in place, or if you have any. I'm going to see if anybody's actually on here now because I can't see it on the live. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe and like the post. And if you're watching it here, please say hello, or hashtag replay if you're watching it on replay, because that helps more people to see it. Has it popped up? No. Oh, here we go. Okay, so that is my little talk on boundaries today. I just want you to have a think about that, especially as it's coming up to the Christmas season. Have something in place where you can basically say to people, these are the days that I don't work. I won't be answering on these days. Like, I won't be answering any emails or DMs or WhatsApp messages or anything between the 21st and it'll be New Year's Day. Yeah, I won't be answering anything during that week because that is my week off that I am going to spend with my daughter, I'm going to spend it with my family, and I'm not going to back and forth. So at the minute I'm sorting out the conference. The conference is always the 3rd and 4th of January. So I am at the minute getting everything in place so that everyone has all the information, so I don't have to message anybody or anything like that over the Christmas period. Everyone will know what's happening so that I'm all organised, and I'll have an out of office on saying I'll only be back on the 2nd, and I'll also be posting that all over my social media as well, and I'm going to be really strict with that because it's really important that you do have time to yourselves, otherwise you're going to burn out. I know people think that, oh well, I'm just answering this one message, but one message becomes 5 messages, and before you know it, you've not had any time off at all. So please think of yourselves. Please try to set boundaries. Please have rules around how people can contact you and when they can contact you, so that you don't end up getting burnt out and getting stressed and feeling like you never have any time to yourself. All right, everyone, that is my tutorial for today. I also want to tell you about the Showgirl Conference. So I've just mentioned the Showgirl Conference for 2026. That's in January. Ticket sales for that have closed now because we have to do all the prep the month before. But the pre-sale tickets are on sale now for 2027. So I know that sounds ages off, but it's January 2027, and the tickets pretty much sell out by January, normally by the end. Okay, so the pre-sale is 50% off. The ticket is $247. If you buy it on the pre-sale, it's £123.50, which is exactly 50% off. There's only 19 tickets left at that price now, because I can only do 25 tickets at that cheapo price. So if you want to get your pre-sale ticket, I'm going to pop the link below. It's dead fun. The conference is 2 days of workshops with industry professionals. We have a cabaret show. There's a 3-course dinner included. It's a really great networking event. People come away with like lifelong friends. It is such a good event to attend. It sets you up for the year because it's at the beginning of January. Everyone's in a great mood then, ready to move forward with all New Year's resolutions and goals and things like that. So if you're thinking of coming, it's on pre-sale, $123.50. You can also pay in 3 with Klarna. So I'll pop that below, and I hope to see some new faces there. This is the biggest one this year that I've ever done. So it's kind of doubled each year since I started it. The first year, I think I only had like 25 people. Then it was like 50. This year, there's 100 people coming, which is just insane. I can't believe 100 people want to come and spend 2 days with me at the Showgirl Conference, but I'm excited for it. I love it. I know everyone else that's coming is super excited. So if you want to get on the 2027 one, now's your chance to get a bargain, and hopefully see you all there. All right, everyone, thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.